Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Toasted Tater here, back again with another information video for you guys and gameplay of the Tumble minigame for you guys. And I got a few achievements in this one until people started to quit the game. But overall, if you're new to my channel, of course, subscribe if you're new and for future content. And of course, let's get right into this information video. So this information video is going to cover what I will be doing for the past few days and what I'm going to be basically working on. So as you guys know, and I've already seen, I have done and built my kit PvP for my DarkNexus servers, and that went fantastic. It went out perfectly how I wanted it to be. So that is a very, very good thing on my part, and of course on your part, because you guys can play on a very, very good map. And I told you guys in my other information video that I was going to work on the Sky Wars next. After that would be shopping info for DarkNexus factions and shopping info for the actual DarkNexus server. And after that, maybe Nexus Hex. So I'm basically going to talk about what I'm going to do that and going to update what I am going to be doing. So as I told you guys, after Kit PvP, I did promise you guys that there would be a new Sky Wars coming in when I was finished my Kit PvP. So now that is going to be happening. For the past few days, I am going to be starting on the Kit PvP, and I'm going to be working on it for the past few days, getting it up, getting a layout out, and basically work on what I'm going to be doing for this Sky Wars. So, of course, that will take some time, as always, in all of my maps. But, of course, time comes a lot of fun. Work hard, play hard. But, a second, I told you guys that my factions, all I needed to do was add in the currency for the actual factions, and I would be done. I was actually thinking of redoing my factions, making the spawn way bigger and making the spawn look way better than what it is already now. So I was actually thinking after my Sky Wars, I work on my faction world, and I basically just work on that and make it just the currency system. I know I could just make the currency system, but of course, guys, I want to make all my servers and all my builds as professional and as close to PC as possible for you guys, so you guys can experience, if you guys don't have PC Minecraft, so you guys can experience on here. So I want to make it as professional and as close to PC as possible. So that's what I was thinking in mind after the Sky Wars I was going to build and finish. After that would probably be the factions and probably be rebuilding it. Of course, I'm super hyped for the Sky Wars. I already have an idea in my head what it's going to be. There is going to be speed builds of me building the there will be a lot of speed builds of the Sky Wars coming up next after this video, and a bunch of other videos, and yeah, that's basically on that part. But after we are done factions, I told you guys I'd probably finish up on the Hunger Games, and yes, after I am done the factions, like, of course, Sky Wars first, then factions, then Hunger Games. So if I do get this Sky Wars done in a matter of a week, yes, I said that, in a week, if I grind all day, all night, building this Sky Wars for you guys, I could possibly start working on the factions next week or 2 weeks before that. And honestly, that's huge, because I can get the Sky Wars out and I can get a bunch of other mini games for you guys and to play, basically. So I might do that if I decide to, and I'll basically I'll just think about it if I want to grind. Of course, I want to get the Sky Wars as fast as possible, so it probably will happen. So other than that, Sky Wars is being built after factions. Factions will, of course, definitely take a long time. It took me a long time in the first place for the my original factions that I have already. All I need to do is put the currency in. Like I told you guys, I'm thinking of scrapping that idea and making a new one. Of course, that might be possibly that might happen because I want, like I said, I want all my servers to be as close to PC and professional as possible. But other than that, after that is done, after the Sky Wars, after the factions, the Hunger Games will come into play, because I've been putting that project off to a side for so long. I built the first remnants of the Hunger Games on PS3, and that was a long back ago when I barely had anything built. But I had the Hunger Games 2 and that just a little structure of what I'm going to be doing. So of course, after the factions, I'm going to be working on the Hunger Games, because I've been putting it off to the side way too long. And then after that, it will be Nexus Hex. And after Nexus Hex, there will be other mini games, but of course that will be in another video when I complete Sky Wars and Factions. So of course, be heads up for that in the future. Of course, it takes me a long time for me to make these maps personally, and to make all this just the experience for you guys. So of course jeez, stuttering over my own words, but of course that takes a little bit of time. So the agenda for me is, of course, the Sky Wars, trying to finish it up in a week or two. After that, start on the new factions, or think about just putting in a currency system. After that, when I'm all done those two projects, I am going to be building the Hunger Games, and after the Hunger Games will be Nexus Hex. So I think that is everything that I need to cover. There will be tons, and I mean tons, of speed builds of the Sky Wars. Of course, there are some parts cut out because when I'm building, I don't want to drag the video on too long. So of course, you might see me do one island, and then you might see me like cut it out, so you basically can't see me do the other islands, because it's just faster for the video. I did that in Money Wars actually. When I built one player island, I cut the recording and I resumed it when I started on the new thing to go forth. So of course that's going to be happening. And yeah, I guess that's everything I need to cover in this information video. Of course, if you guys would love to play with me in general, all my servers, of course my gamer tag is in the description. And subscribe if you're new and if you want future content. And of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, see ya. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this gameplay.